Here's the furthest I'll go. Ready? The real reason why pickup content, manosphere content, red pill content is being ratioed on social media. The real reason is because it's causing men who are minorities to vote Republican. That's the real reason.
Really? That's what you think?
Absolutely, yes. The manosphere is probably 30 or 40% African American, and the manosphere content is encouraging men to vote for Trump. 100%. There is no exception to this. There is not one single person you can find for me, red pill manosphere, who's a Kamala supporter. Not one.
Sure. But I think that connection, that's the reason, is far-fetched. It's very
maybe not pickup, but definitely for the red pills.
But what about Europe? They're not fucking voting. They don't have a right to vote in the US.
But they also...
It's still flagged there.
I still think it's still causing conservative men to consider, or liberal men to consider voting Republican.
I just think it definitely does, but I don't think that's the reason why it is being suppressed. I just think it's...
You think they're trying to protect women? You really think that?
Yeah, I think it's because the algorithm is picking up on certain words, and they're like...
Women more than Instagram. Women, Instagram hates the shit out of women.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't believe me? Women in 2014, they'd have a bikini picture. Instagram would let them become famous and get 9 million followers.
Yeah.
And now they take their fucking account away. No one hates women more than Instagram.
Good point.
I don't think for one second that Meta gives a about protecting women. I think what they don't want is to lose this election. I think that's legitimate.
But then again, why does the whole idea about Europe?
But these countries are in the United States.
What do you mean?
These companies are in the United States. I'm saying.
They just have the same rules in Europe because, like, fuck it, we'll have them in the States as well.
But the thing is, have you noticed how our elections are bleeding into other countries?
Yeah, of course.
That's what's going on. I think that's part of the reason why. And I also think in general, liberal men who would always have voted liberal before because they were disenfranchised are now voting Republican because what used to be in the 1960s, you were disenfranchised if you were a minority. In 2024, you're disenfranchised if you're a man.
Yeah.
If you're a man who doesn't get you're disenfranchised. That's who disenfranchised are. You're the bottom third of men who social media has decimated your dating life. Those men are now, dude, after watching what Andrew Tate did, if you're a progressive, how are you not terrified? He took over the fucking internet because people were not willing to have the conversation that he was willing to have. That conversation is what the real damage is not damaging to women. I think women, like having kids and raising a family and being worshipped by their husband and like living a good life like that is not damaging to women.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to protect women from getting married and having kids. Sorry, it's just my opinion. I don't think we're doing this to protect women. I think the reason why we're doing this, again, is it's a political thing. I think it's causing men who would have normally voted progressive to start voting conservative. And I think that's the ultimate reason why I got demonetized, bro. I'm not controversial. No shit, I got demonetized.
On YouTube?
Me, bro, I got demonetized. All my friends are female, bro. I do a fucking animal rescue charity and I got demonetized. That should tell you, bro.
What was the thing that got you demonetized? Did it tell you that?
No, they didn't tell me anything. They said reuse of content or something like that. Rollo Tomasi and Myron Gaines are on DHS watch list. You really think they should be on a DHS government watch list because of the stuff they said? No. What's happened is, who's the administration in charge? It's the liberals. The reason they're on a DH watch list is because they're causing men to consider voting Republican who would have never voted Republican. In the 2016 election or 2000, when did Trump, Obama, in the 2008 election, when Obama became president, 95% of African Americans voted Democrat. That's not going to happen this time. Yeah. It isn't. Yeah. A lot of African American men, a disproportionately high number. You want another prediction? Here we go viral. An extremely high number of African American men in this next election are going to vote Republican, and it's going to terrify the progressives. And it's going to happen because of content like what Myron Gaines and Rollo Tomasi and people like that made. That's what's going to happen. And when that happens, you're going to see, oh shit, that's why they banned this content. Because it's going to just, it's one thing to go get coal miners in West Virginia to start voting for Trump. It's another thing to get people who had always traditionally for the last 100 years voted Democrat to start voting Republican. That'll destroy a political party right there. That's just my hypothesis.